All right, guys, welcome back to another week. We're back. I don't really know what we're going to talk about this episode, so let's just cue the intro. Hello, guys. This is Two Latin Brothers Podcast, also known as T.L.B.P. I'm Victor.
And I'm Adrian.
And we're back at it again with another not vlog, even though this time, actually, we did record a vlog, so hopefully you guys will
record a vlog.
Look.
Yeah, I like how you try to, make it sound like it's not a vlog, but that it is a vlog. And
Well,
then,
no.
wait. But, the fact that we do vlogs now has to, you have to do the whole never mind.
I mean, it kind of helps me tell them if there was one. If you're just kind of somebody who just listens on Spotify, it's not like you're really checking that.
The exciting thing has been is that views have gone up on YouTube.
Oh yeah, yeah.
By a significant number. Meanwhile, on Spotify, it's still the same.
Yeah, I know.
Hasn't moved a millimeter.
Yeah. So yeah, we recorded a vlog. We called it Boba Adventure.
Right.
By the title, I guess you can assume what we did in the video. Yes. Obviously, we went to go get some good boba.
Yeah.
So make sure to check that out. It's like literally the video right before this.
Yeah, that was an interesting video because it took us like an hour to do that entire video.
Yeah.
And I don't think people understand, but getting from one location to another, it seems like a lot of time, but it's actually not a lot of time.
Yeah.
Most of the the time lapse stuff was all done in 30 minutes.
Yeah.
We just sped it all up.
Yeah. Quite literally, that's all we did for that video.
But yeah, I think it's all about the editing.
Oh yeah, for sure.
And also the fact that we were on a time crunch.
Yeah.
Because you had to come back, and then I love how you're you know what, forget it.
Yeah, I know.
But yeah,
I mean, it was good at the same time though.
Yeah. I mean, we got a whole vlog out of the way so fast.
Yeah, I know.
That was the first time.
Honestly, I feel like the secret now, when people say never stop recording,
yeah,
is so true now. I understand it.
Oh yeah.
Why you'd never stop recording? Because we recorded twice. We turned on the camera, pressed record, and we didn't stop recording.
Yeah,
and only to reset the camera.
Yeah,
and that was so interesting.
Yeah,
because we got everything.
Right. So yeah, I know it was very interesting. I mean, obviously you have to cut some stuff.
Obviously,
but it is also interesting to see what works, what doesn't, and also when you're playing around with the storyline.
Oh yeah.
There's a few bits that are rearranged and out of order, but it works.
But it works. It works perfectly fine.
Yeah,
so we call it movie magic.
Yeah, it was great. It was kind of funny too. I'm no storyteller, so I'm not.
I love how you're saying this, and quite literally after photography this morning, I have storytelling fundamentals.
Okay, so I'm no storyteller, but I kind of get what's the objective, right? What am I trying to portray in the video?
Yeah,
right.
What's the end goal? Where are you trying to get?
Right, and most of the times, especially when it comes to vlogs, you need filler.
Yeah,
you need something that gets the appeal, right? So, oftentimes you find something small that you can go after.
Yeah, in this instance, Boba.
Yeah, and tomorrow we might do it again, right? Because of scheduling. So we have a lot of stuff going on, and then but I think it's about how you go about it, right? I think about how Casey Neistat does it.
Yeah.
And it's a lot of setting up and redoing things multiple times in order to get the shot. For example,
I mean just a panning.
Yeah.
Somebody walks across it, they ruined your pan. Gotta do it again.
Right.
Oh, man, it's just yeah.
Well, yeah, no, and one of the things I enjoyed was just the scene when we're in the train station, like when we're in the train, and we're just talking and just joking around in the train station. There was people who walked by, so we had to cut it.
Yeah.
But like the way I cut it was like I'm gonna leave it like this, so that way
Yeah.
But those kinds of cuts, like you're kind of far away from the camera.
Yeah.
And you feel the need to turn around and look at the camera.
Yeah.
Because you're like, oh, what if someone like runs by and just snatches the camera?
Yeah,
like,
what if somebody just runs and takes the camera?
Right, exactly. Like that was something I was thinking about.
Because like people just when they're walking by, they just stare at the camera, and you're like, I don't know what's running through that person's head right now.
Right. Yeah. So I also had to cut that out because there's someone who eyes the camera as he walks across the scene.
Yeah. Or they just look at the camera,
yeah,
and then they start walking slightly diagonal towards the camera, and you're like, that's not scary.
Yeah, I know. So it's like there's thousands of dollars of equipment as this guy's walking towards it. But it's like, it is one of those things where I think you have to learn to just, like, accept.
Yeah.
Because there are those, like, little...
And I mean, it's not like it was super, super far away from us either.
Of course
not.
Not.
It's just the fact that you see people... and you don't know what to expect.
They're all strangers.
They're all strangers.
You don't know any of these people, right? Also, like the fact that like some people give you like weird looks and stuff.
Yeah.
That too. Like when we were on.
Like I'm waiting for one day us to be like doing that, and then a Karen walks up, grabs the camera.
I don't think so. No, one of the things I think that is interesting is when we're walking around though, and some people will like smile at you while you're recording them.
Yeah.
And other people just instantly look away.
Yeah.
Like when we were doing the time lapse walk thing.
Yeah.
There was actually these two ladies who were walking in front of us. There's when we're walking that really narrow area, and I'm talking to you. The whole reason I'm talking to you is because these two ladies were like having like this conversation, and I'm like, how do I mask this without us? Like, because one of them was giving us the dirtiest look. She kept turning around, like, what are they doing? Who do you think they are recording? You know, and I'm like, so, that's why that whole bit goes on. That I'm like, I'm recording you, and like, I'm just following you around, like, and those are spur of the moment things too, right? Because depending on the situation and who you're with, also we were fairly close to like the center of downtown.
Yeah.
And the closer to downtown you get,
the more cameras you'll see in general.
Oh yeah, but it's also way more populated. Also, sometimes people ask you like why you have a camera.
Yeah. Like
there was a lady who when we were walking, she's like, "What are you doing with that?" And I'm like, "I'm recording." And she goes, "Why?" And then we just kept walking because we were walking. We were filming the time lapse. I didn't have time to like be like, "Look, I'm explaining it to you. This is what I do."
Yeah, I know. There's just some people who, especially like older people.
Yeah.
And we've discussed this before, how they're not comfortable seeing that kind of technology. I mean, actually, no. That's a lie. It's a hit or miss with old people.
Right.
They're either really, really encouraging and admire the fact that you're going after something like that.
Right.
Or they're like, why are you recording in public?
Right.
Like, why? Nobody wants that.
Right. Like, obviously. But I think obviously, we've also had, like, a few other people, like, smile at the camera while we're recording.
Yeah. If you notice in the vlog when we're in Wonderland.
Right.
In the Leviathan, when I'm talking below and you look at the people up top, they're just waving.
Yeah.
It's one of those. We have a few of those.
Yeah, we have a few clips where people are just waving because they're like, yo, what's up?
Yeah.
And like some people just like the photo bomb.
Like some people just stay in camera sight for an awkward amount of time. And you can see that in vlog 5, the one we referenced.
Yeah.
She just kind of stays in the background unless you cut it. I don't remember if you cut it.
I don't remember. I think I cut it. Yeah. Because because the way it was is she walked into frame. She's like with her dog. Then she walked out of frame. Then she walked back in a frame. Then she just stood there, smiled, looked at the camera. Like, I mean,
so obviously she was very aware.
She was trying to get on the camera.
Yeah.
And then she walked away.
Yeah. And
then for a third time, she made an appearance.
Oh my
God. I was like, okay, well, I don't know
what you want, lady.
Yeah. But, it was kind of funny, but there are obviously it's a learning curve, and it's always interesting to see people just react to it, especially in this city because it's not that common to see.
Oh yeah.
Like I've only seen I think like maybe like 2 vloggers since like the existence of YouTube, like out in the wild. and they were together.
Yeah.
Like I've only ever seen two
like
vloggers.
I've seen other
And they weren't
people...
even from here. They were tourists.
Yeah, I know. I've seen people vlog here before,
Yeah.
but they're not from here.
Yeah.
They're always like visiting from Toronto,
Yeah.
and then you're like, don't okay.
I've had a few people.
I mean,
a few
if
people
you
from
search
Montreal.
if you search our city in YouTube,
Mm-hmm.
you won't find anything.
There's not
Just
that
people
much.
doing travel vlogs.
Right? Yeah. They're like they're always people from like they're not from here.
I think there was like this one person from like British Columbia.
Yeah.
They're like visiting the capital.
Yeah.
And I'm like,
that's
okay.
great. But like when you're here and like you have to make content here, like it's very interesting. Also, like when we're recording, like the walking part,
Yeah.
like some areas look like a huge city. Like
Yeah, I
our
know.
city isn't that big, mind you, but like
What do you mean? Our city's huge.
I mean,
just a main central.
like it's because
like
our city is
downtown.
spread out.
Yeah,
But, like,
downtown
the main-
isn't big.
Yeah, the main downtown, like the core area, is like it's pretty condensed.
Mm-hmm.
And when we're walking around it, like some of it is just like, it looks like a completely different place from like
yeah.
specific angles. And I'm like, yo, what are we doing? What is this place? When I was watching it back, I'm like, yo, that's cool. That looks like, you were actually saying, it's like, some of this looks like New York. And I was like, what?
Yeah, I know. There's some clips that if you pay it, if you don't know, and we just chopped up all the parts that look like that, you'd think we're not in Canada.
Yeah.
It's just so odd.
I mean, there's like one shot where there's like a Canadian flag in the background.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
I was like, that's so Canadian. I gotta leave that in there.
Yeah.
I think it's a blooper. I can't remember. Yeah. But it's like, there's always that, right? That aspect of also portraying like the Canadian part of it.
Yeah.
Like I got a DM that someone already saw the vlog, and they're not from here, and they're like, yo, the way you guys like portray Canada, it looks so nice. And then I'm
Yeah.
like, that's because that's just how it is on like a normal day. Like,
Well,
it's,
I mean, it's always a nice city.
yeah.
I mean, what we don't film is just like the homeless.
Right, yeah,
And
of course.
and those like few people who are like not have a mental illness, and they're just
Right.
kind of like screaming off to the side.
Right, yeah, for sure.
But like obviously that's not, we don't record that because, well, first off, I don't think
Privacy.
you'd be that interested.
Yeah, and their privacy.
And it's their privacy, right? We're not going around filming a bunch of like random people. We're just
For sure, yeah.
there for our mission and our adventure.
Right, yeah, and it's one of those things
And
where,
it just so happens that as we're filming our adventure, the city looks nice.
yeah, it's like,
I
also,
mean, we actually didn't see that many homeless this time around.
also was because of where we were. Like,
Yeah.
we went more into like the
Residential areas.
yeah, where like,
There was homes for people.
yeah, but not as I meant like in the sense of like we were in the more like the higher income household area.
Somewhat, yes.
Yeah, right, because like some of those houses are just like there's just one house we walk by,
Yeah.
and like the whole patio is like lit up, and it's
Yeah,
like,
I know. It's like, wow.
yeah, and right
So
next
nice.
to and right next to it, there's a restaurant that has the patio.
Yeah, and then you're just like, so 2 million?
Yeah, like
3 million?
It's really funny.
How much you put in this house?
Yeah, so it's like it's one of those things where you're having to juggle it all. Also, I think it's like it's interesting to see those parts of the city,
Oh, yeah.
because like me and you, we rarely ever venture out to that
Oh, yeah.
area.
Oh, yeah.
Like I used to be in that area all the time because of work,
Mm-hmm.
but like now I'm never in that area. I used to like. I was telling you, I used to walk there
Yeah, I know.
like every other day to go get boba, but now it's like, and I'm never in the area because I don't work near there.
Yeah.
But it's one of those things where I think I don't know, as we go, it gets better.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I mean, we got really nice areas. We've been talking about this vlog for the entire time, so if you don't feel tempted to go watch it, you're doing something wrong.
Go watch the vlog.
Go watch the vlog.
Leave a like, subscribe.
Click that bell notification so you get notified every time we do this.
All right, let's take a quick break.
And we'll be right back.
And we're back.
We are back.
Remember how we said last week we'd post on Instagram and then we never did?
Yeah.
I even sent you the photos.
Yeah.
Never did it.
Yeah.
So we're gonna do that today.
Maybe.
I mean, we're definitely gonna do that today.
Maybe.
I don't know. Like, I feel like I don't know. Not having you around.
Yeah. Makes you miss me.
I mean, not really, because I see you every day. But it's more like, now that you're busy all the time, and I'm like here, I feel like all of this extra stuff,
Yeah.
actually occupies my time.
Yeah.
Like yesterday, I was recording a video. If you haven't seen my gaming channel yet, go check that out. Link in my Instagram, so go to my Instagram to go find that. But it took a long time.
Oh yeah.
Because like I had to do a lot of prep for it.
Yeah.
And it took me like, I don't know, I think I spent a solid 3 hours because I hadn't prepped anything throughout this week to do it. So I did it all in like one sitting.
Yeah.
It was like 4 hours, and I was like, oh my gosh, this is crazy. What was I thinking?
I know.
And then like the actual recording was like, I think like 25 minutes.
Yeah.
And I cut out like a whole section of it.
See, like the thing is, especially with the video game you're playing, because you're playing Minecraft.
Yeah.
And the issue I find with that game, for when creating videos, is actually resource collecting.
Yeah.
All of that takes time.
Yeah.
Especially due to the fact that you're not doing your building creative.
Yeah.
And then just jumping into the game.
Yeah.
You're building everything from scratch because it's a Minecraft Let's Play.
Yeah.
So it's taking you so long just to get through the building phase.
Right. Yeah. Like yeah, because I have to collect all the resources. Like this time around, the aspect of the build was very spruce intensive.
Oh yeah.
So like before the build even starts, I spent like a solid hour and 30 minutes just cutting down trees.
Well, that's fun.
Oh yeah, it's invigorating content, bro. It's so like there was one time I think the very first time I did was me cutting down trees. And I was like, never again. Like just no one wants to see this
terraforming.
I mean, it looks cool, mind you. It looks cool when it's sped up, but like alternatively, like I'm just not going to do it.
Especially when you're doing time lapses like that, I find it can be very mind numbing like that.
Oh yeah, for sure. Like
just continuously doing the same thing just to get a cool result is really like, and it's when you slow it down. Yeah. So I feel like if you just recorded a video and then never time lapsed it, everybody would see the truth.
Oh yeah. Oh, like 4 hours straight would be like
and you see this especially with the big groups, the big like Minecrafters.
Yeah.
Especially with hermitcraft.
Oh yeah.
When they're like, okay, I'm gonna go make a build. I'm gonna go resource collecting. They cut. Okay, we got the resources, but that could have been hours of collecting.
It could have even been a different day.
Yeah, it could have even been a different day because they upload weekly or bi-weekly.
Yeah, they upload whenever they feel like it.
Yeah.
Like some people are like 100 and they're like, some people are like 19 episodes in, and there's like 30.
Yeah.
So like it's really as much as you want. But what a lot of them do now is like when they're like resource collecting, they'll just stream.
Oh yeah.
So they're making content out of the boring content.
Yeah.
And it's really funny because like sometimes like some of the shenanigans that goes on, especially when you have like multiple people, like it's just always like there's always something going on.
Oh yeah. You can see the behind the scenes pretty much.
Yeah.
Live.
Yeah. If you just watch the live streams, like what is it? Impulse does it a lot. Scar started doing it too.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah. I'd probably watch Scar doing it.
Oh, it's really funny. There was one where he was doing the live stream and the arm for his microphone broke. So he was holding the microphone like on like the back of his hand and like trying to like move and move the mouse. It was just really funny. He's like, I'm having to hold my microphone because like the arm is like broken and like it was just really funny.
That's a mess.
It was just so funny. And he's like, I gotta get a new arm because apparently it was like screwed into the wall, but then it like fell off.
Oh my gosh!
So it's like it was a whole thing.
He didn't have like a desk one where it's just like a clamp.
No, it was a whole thing. But anyway, it's just really funny. I think just that whole group.
Yeah.
Like that whole group collectively, like man, like it's some of the things that they do in the game is incredible.
Oh yeah.
And like they all have like a rather large understanding of like the game mechanics and how they work.
Oh yeah.
That's like it's like who is it like Doc and Etho and
oh yeah,
like Impulse, Tango, those guys.
Yeah.
Those guys should work for Mojang.
Like there's times where some of the creators for hermitcraft, they just show up and they say, I'm gonna hand this off to like Tango or I'm gonna hand this off to whoever.
Yeah.
just so that way, because they're like, I don't understand that mechanic.
Oh
They
yeah,
get it.
it's incredible. Like what is it like? Who's last year they add no this year, no last year. She joined Gemini Tay, actually Canadian.
Mm-hmm.
She joined it, and she's like she did this thing with like an ocean monument,
Mm-hmm.
and where she was like collecting resources from it, but to collect prismarine, and then she put a sign down and asked Impulse to show up, and then she just stood next to the sign. On sign says, "Here, Gemini, Gemini Tay will watch Impulse do redstone," because she just had no idea what she was doing.
Yeah.
And I'm like, those are things where like,
No, honestly, you have to basically turn into an engineer when it comes to redstone,
oh yeah,
because there is so many ways to utilize redstone.
right, yeah. And like
it's crazy.
what is it? And some things you learn from watching Nup.
Yeah.
Like one of the things I realized from like Doc is he'll use what is it? Jack-o'-lanterns
Mm-hmm.
as the block where he'll like line his redstone, because it's a cheap block and it also adds light.
Mm-hmm.
So all like the area that you when you build around it to cover
Yeah.
up the ugliness of all the redstone, you don't have to be worrying about spawn proofing anymore.
Yeah,
Because
because
it's all light.
Yeah.
And I'm like, oh, that's so smart. Never thought of that. I'm like, I'm
Yeah.
always having to like figure out where to put a torch, so I don't have to
Yeah,
so I don't have to
so
swap
just
it. But like,
use divider blocks as the pumpkin,
right,
and then you got your light.
exactly. And I was like, oh, that's so smart. Like, I'm apparently I'm not that intelligent.
Yeah, I know. Honestly, that's how I with redstone as a kid growing up.
Yeah.
That's how I learned the basics of circuitry,
Oh yeah, like
because you got your repeaters, and then your
Have-
redstone is your basically wire.
I can't remember what it's called, but somebody figured out how to make a computer in Minecraft play Minecraft.
I don't even know how it start doing that.
So like it's like how someone did Doom.
I haven't seen that.
Okay, so someone did like the old version of Doom.
Uh-huh.
In Minecraft, like you can play Minecraft on a computer in Minecraft, but now someone figured out how to do Minecraft on a computer in like it's like
Okay, so you messed up. You said playing Minecraft in Minecraft, and now somebody's playing Minecraft in Minecraft. You meant someone figured out how to play Doom in Minecraft.
So someone figured out how to make Doom play in Minecraft,
Yeah,
but now they've done it with the actual game
Yeah.
itself. So like
so you
it's
can
like
play the game inside.
yeah,
the
so it's
game.
like a double layer. It's
it's basically-
it's convoluted.
It's basically like if us in real life
Yeah,
created a video game that was exactly like this.
yeah,
That'd be really cool.
yeah. I'm waiting for the day where like
That's basically, honestly, I feel like the reason people like GTA 5 is because of the realism. Kind of.
I thought it was for like the disaster that you can create in a lapse of 10 minutes.
Oh well,
Like you
I could
rip
do
a
that
guy
in
out of
real.
a car,
I could do
you
that in
jump
real life right now.
You floor it.
I could do that in real life
Cops
right now.
show up,
but that's not the
it's
thing.
a car chase.
Yeah.
You know, it's a whole, and now the cops are after you.
Yeah. See, I feel like the reason people like GTA is mainly for the reason that it's a world where there's no law for you,
Right. Yeah.
and I feel like that's what's intriguing to everyone playing the game.
Oh yeah.
They're like, I'm gonna go rob a bank. Nothing's gonna happen to you if you make it away from the police.
Yeah. Obviously, it's like
There's no, basically you can do a bunch of crazy stuff
right.
without the risk factor of you actually having to do it.
Well, no, I think it has to do with the fact that a lot of people don't understand that the cops don't actually work like that. You know what
Yeah,
I
I
mean?
know.
Like, especially in this country anyway.
Mm-hmm.
Like, if you do a crime, 6 months down the road, we're still looking for you.
Yeah, if we haven't caught you within 6 months, we're still looking.
Yeah, like it's not like a questionable thing. It's like we're gonna get you.
Yeah,
And that's what I like about some things, but like, and I feel like in America they're kind of like that too, but it depends on the crime.
yeah.
Like it depends on the crime.
I mean, and there's a lot of times, especially with, you can see this with mugging and assault.
right?
There's
yeah.
many times where the person is captured, but there's no justice,
right.
right? So they either get a mistrial or it's pushed down the line.
For sure, yeah. It's obviously interesting, mind you. I don't know. I think the more we move in this modern era, things happen, you know, and
Yeah.
it gets interesting for sure. I don't know. I feel like how did we get here?
I don't know. I mean, the city the city we're in right now has been having a rise in shootings.
Right.
So that's not scary at all.
For sure, yeah.
And also stabbings.
Yeah, considering the fact that like guns are like outlawed here.
Yeah, I know. I mean, but there's loopholes around that.
Obviously, there's always loopholes.
Yeah.
But yeah. Also, like, well, that's the thing, right? They say like if it's not a gun problem, stabbing problem.
Yeah.
Like every other country that doesn't have like a gun problem, stabbing problem.
Yeah. Quite literally. Because that's the only thing they can use to mug you.
Right. Like,
it's actually an easier fight.
I'm waiting for the day when it's like a fist.
Yeah, I know.
Like, everybody's like, well,
it's illegal to walk with a knife.
Yeah, like also.
See,
like,
but no one's going to say that because what if I go buy a set of knives for my kitchen?
Right. Like the other thing too is
what
like here, almost everyone has a pocket knife in their pocket.
Yeah, I know.
Like it's crazy.
Like for a time,
yeah,
I had a pocket knife, but that was mainly because we'd have a lot of packages coming to the house.
Right.
And as soon as they get to the house, gotta open up the package.
Yeah,
right?
you know, like so it's like also like wherever you are, most people like are fairly in the like you drive 30 minutes from downtown, you're in the countryside.
Yeah, I know.
So like
a pocket knife is very useful.
Yeah, like
oh, I tied this rope to main something. Oh, okay, I can just cut it off.
Right, yeah. So like almost everyone's like in that like I'm not country but country mindset.
I know.
It's one of those things.
Yeah.
Like you don't realize it until you're in that position where it's constantly happening.
Also, there's like those people who just collect knives.
Yeah.
Like me.
I mean, I think it's funny when we're like walking around, nobody's got what we're looking for.
I know, because whenever I go to a city, I'm gonna say this really quick, and then we're gonna wrap up. Whenever we go to a new city, I go to the gift shop.
Yeah.
I look for a knife that has the city or the location that we're at.
Yeah.
Some of these people never carry any knives.
Yeah.
And I'm just like, there's so many places that do. Why don't you have them? And they're like, but we got this pin. The back pin of it is sharp. And I'm like, what? No.
What is it? It's like how was it the Thousand Islands?
Yeah.
We were at the Thousand Islands.
Not a single knife.
Yeah.
Near the boardwalk.
Yeah. No one.
We were at the docks and nothing at all.
No one had. We walked in I think we walked into like 5 different gift shops.
Yeah. And no one had a pocket knife.
Yeah,
that's at 1,000. That's a missed market right there.
Yeah, you were like, I should open up a stand.
I should open up like a stand where I'm like, yo, buy 3 shirts, buy a knife. Buy 2 knives, get a free shirt.
Buy 2 knives, get a free shirt. No, it's honestly, it's kind of funny, like the way that market. It's just like so sporadic.
Yeah.
Depending on where
and
you
I could also do like knife sharpening off the side. Let me get myself a truck like an ice cream man. Just drive around. Yo, you need knife sharpen? No, I'm mugging this guy right now. Oh, sorry. Just drive away.
All right. Why don't you wrap?
Maybe also call 911. But still. Anyways, guys, that has been Two Latin Brothers Podcast. Everything's always in the description, whether it be up, down, left, or right. Make sure to share with everybody. Share with your grandmother. Share with your rooster. Share with your donkey. Share with your chinchilla. I don't care who you share with. Just share with everybody and everything you can. And stay tuned for Monday Reacts, or React Mondays, as we like to call it. I don't know what we're going to do, but I'm thinking of a few ideas now.
Okay, great.
So we'll see about that, and we'll catch you guys on the next one. Peace.